Hey everybody, how we doing out there? I think we have a little technical difficulty here. One second. All right, should be up now. Can everybody hear me? Sound, we hear me? Okay, awesome. How we doing out there? Happy Sunday, great to have you guys here. For some reason, my mic was disassembled. Great to have you guys. Good afternoon. Cody, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Great to have you. Lisa, what's happening? Great to see you today. Great to have you here. Becky, how you doing? La Diamond Dog, what's up, man? Lady Ann, great to have you. I'm gonna turn this gain down a little bit. It's getting very loud. Joe Saunders, yippee great to have you, man. I see the BRB. Be right back. Joe Saunders coming back. Mark, what's happening? Good to have you here, Mark. Go through a lot. Paul, what's going on? Got a lot of chat activity already. This is awesome. Man, chat has been on fire. You guys have been rocking it lately. Great to have everyone here. Let's get this party started. Today we got a lot of good stuff to talk about, okay? So, since last Wednesday night, we have talked about the chaos. We have covered the chaos, the world on fire, as we say. Lots of craziness. And if you focus on just on the craziness, you're going to feel crazy, okay? But we do have to know how to deal with it, how to approach it, talk about it, digest it, right? Understand our operating context, like I say, understand our operating environment, and then be able to move forward and make good things happen. And today is the Sunday reset. This is the Sunday psychological reset, okay? So this is definitely the Sunday psychological reset, and we are going to definitely get this thing started. So let me make sure everything is happening here. Okay. Can you guys see me okay? Hear me okay? Everything's good? Everything's rocking on your end? No issues? Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Great to have you. We're going to get this thing started. Get right into the Sunday reset. It's awesome to have you guys. And we're going to start out discussing really how do we deal with the chaos? How do we deal with what we've seen from last night, all the way from the military operation to capture Maduro to the AI overlords we talked about on Friday, and we talked about the economy, potential fraud, all these different things, the K-shaped economy, how do we deal with that? And then going back to the massive fraud scheme on New Year's Eve we talked about as well too, okay? So a lot of these things can really get you out of whack. They can get you upset, Go Bills, Nick. Go Bills for sure. Awesome. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate the feedback, man. That helps a lot. Thank you. I'm hoping my Bills are going to win. I know some of the Bills fans have given me some flack for having my live stream when the Bills are playing, but I can't see them anyway because it's not a local game for me and all that stuff. So I'll have to keep updated. Exactly, Nick. I think you're right about that. They're playing the Jets, so odds are my high school team could probably win. I know. I don't think Josh Allen's even going to play, is what I heard. So, all right, so we're going to cover a lot of great stuff today. Again, we're dealing with the chaos all week from Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. It's every day, more and more we see, right? But we have to be able to get things done. And this is your Sunday reset. This is a psychological reset for Sunday. This is our Unstoppable Mindset episode number 4, where I'm going to be teaching from my new course that's coming out this week, Unstoppable, the Ferocious Optimist Method, okay? And it's going to be today about getting things done, where the rubber meets the road, how to build a team. We're going to talk about leadership, communication, credibility, growth, all these things like that, okay? But overall, again, getting things done. And also, how do you know when you should hire a team? Whether you have a business, you don't have a business, whatever it is, how can you buy back your time? I think that's a very important thing, right? Being able to buy back your time, no matter what you have going on. So I think understanding that what your tasks are, your most important tasks, and what tasks you could train someone else to do, we're going to talk about that as well too. We got a few exercises we're going to do, but let's get right into it. And we're going to start off with a breathing exercise. And I want you to remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with a team. let's get right into this breathing exercise. We're going to get ourselves focused, get ready to rock and roll, okay? And make sure everybody is tuned in and totally 100% ready and focused and all that stuff, okay? So we're going to do another deep breathing exercise. This time at the end of it, we're going to do a breath hold, okay? Just like last week, this time we're going to do 30 deep breaths, okay? We're going to do 30 of these things with a breath hold, and then we're going to go into our program here, okay? So if you're new, just joining us, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, everybody. Stay active in the chat, all right? And before I do that, I'm actually going to put up a quick poll. So let me see. Who has done deep breathing with us? Have you done deep breathing with us before? Okay. If you're new to this, let me know. Have you done deep breathing exercise with us before? All right. I got that poll up. Let's see. We're going to kick it off anyways. I just want to see who has experience, that's who doesn't. And I understand, Phoenix, you can't stay that long in the chat. Awesome. Yes, carry us around for sure. Let's get it going. All right, Lisa, what's going on? Lisa ZN, great to have you here. Not to be confused with Lisa Jones. Okay, here we go, everyone. Let's get this thing started. Again, we're going to go deep breathing. I'm going to say fully in. You're going to say through your mouth or through your nose. Pause for a second at the top and then let it go. Like that. Again, I'm going to say fully in, and you can breathe through your nose or your mouth. Let's do nose this time. Pause at the top, let it go. And just let it go, don't force it out, okay? This has a number of benefits that I will talk about during the breathing exercise, all right? Not the least of which is to get you mentally focused and ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and kick that off right now. I actually have a little bit of binaural beats we're going to play during this as well, too, that I think will intensify this whole activity and be really good for us, okay? Here we go. Make sure we're all set. Everyone ready to rock and roll? Answer the poll for me. Let me see where we're at with that. And let's get it started. Here we go. Okay, like I was saying, I'm going to say to you guys, fully in, okay? And then I'm going to say to let it go. Make sure this isn't too loud. Okay, I'm going to say ready. Let's start it off. Here we go. Ready, fully in. Let it go. 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 You're boosting your immune system with this. Fully in. Let it go. You're changing your blood's chemistry. Fully in. Let it go. You're moving your lymphatic system. Fully in. Let it go. Whatever you're feeling, intensify it. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. This is the Sunday reset if you're just joining us. We are building the unstoppable mindset right now. Fully in. Let it go. We're going back to our breath, always back to our breathing, combat breathing. Fully in. Let it go. This is breath work. Fully in. Let it go. Let it all go. Empty your mind. Fully in. Let it go. This combat breathing exercise goes all the way back to the samurai, to ancient warriors, to the Spartans, ancient warriors. Fully in. Let it go. This is tumo breathing, fire breathing. Fully in. Let it go. We're getting fully oxygenated. Fully in. Let it go. 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 Whatever you're feeling, intensify it. Fully in. Let it go. This is the way of the warrior. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Releasing stress. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Intensify it. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. If you're just joining us, this is our Sunday reset. Fully in. Let it go. 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 And last one. Fully in. And let it go. Hold. Hold your breath. There's no need to breathe. You are fully oxygenated. We're holding our breath for 1 minute, building our CO2 resistance. Let it all go. Empty your mind. Feel the sensations in your hands, your feet, your face. Emotional control and regulation. You're doing great. Almost there. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in. Let it go. 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 Slowly return to your normal breathing. Feel your feet against the ground, your body against the chair. Start your normal breathing again. Breathe normally. Feel the tension release in your body. This is our Sunday reset, everyone. If you're just joining us, we are going to go into our unstoppable mindset training. But the first part of having an unstoppable mindset is knowing how to regulate your emotions, knowing how to deal with fear, with anxiety, with stress. In the Marine Corps and in all elite warrior cultures throughout history, they've practiced something called combat breathing, where you go to your breath to gain control again. No matter what situation you're in, no matter what stress you're experiencing, you go to your breath to experience control, regain your thoughts. When you run out of oxygen in your head, you pass out, you can't think. You go into stress thinking. That's why we go back to our breath. And this is the beginning of our Sunday reset. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this party started here. Awesome, awesome. Good job, everyone. Let me see. Put a 1 in the chat if you made it all the way to the 1 minute breath hold. Put a 1 in the chat if you made it to the 1 minute breath hold. Really proud of you guys. You did a great job with that. Joe Saunders, what's happening, man? How you doing? Cody, I think you're out there as well. Tim Burke. Go Bills, Tim Burke. Glad you made a good choice here. You're here. You can watch both. You can do both. Yeah, man, good to see you too, Joe. If you made it all the way through that 1 minute breath hold, nice job, Lisa. Not a surprise. Lisa Jones crushing it. And put a 1 in the chat if you made it all the way through the 1 minute breath hold. Diamond Dog, what does that 3 mean? See, that's awesome, Phoenix. Good. You're fully oxygenated. Okay? It's amazing, right? Right, Lisa? Shocked at how easy it was to hold for 1 minute. Well, we'll go even longer. 30 seconds. That's good, the Diamond Dog. 30 seconds. Okay. That's still good. Now, I will tell you guys a trick. If you just ate a big meal, it's going to be harder to make it through the 1 minute breath hold. Okay? So what we just did is we did a technique called tumo breathing. Okay? Fire breathing. It's originated with the Tibetan monks. But breath work and combat breathing is something that has been done, like I said, through the samurai had done it, ninjas, right? You've seen these things in the movies. Spartan warriors, Marines. Marine Corps actually teaches that, combat breathing before shooting. I know my SEAL friends talk about it as well too, okay? So it's something that's not new, but it's people who exist in extreme environments and extreme stress. You have to be able to go back to something that is natural, that's controllable, okay? That's not a drug. It's a natural drug, actually, okay? It's actually a natural drug that's accessible to you and you can use. That's not, it's within you and you control it. It's always accessible to you. You can always go back to your breath, okay? Well, good job, everybody. I'm proud about you guys doing the breath work. Cool, Cody. I see that. I do some box breathing. Do a lot more of it running. Yeah, holy moly. That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you found it intense. Hey, give me a fire symbol if you guys found that really intense and beneficial. Give me a fire symbol if you found that intense and beneficial. Awesome. Yep, exactly, Joe. Exactly. The breath work matters. It keeps your heart rate down. It calms something called our parietal lobe in our brains, okay? And God knows, with all the craziness that is out there between the military operations, this K-shaped economy we talked about, the economy, stress in business, right? Stress at work, stress at home, stress in your relationships. The stress we put on ourselves through overeating, over drinking alcohol, all those things like that, not sleeping enough, not going to bed on time, having, all the stress that's out there. This is a simple tool. It's a gift from me to you. Okay, again, what we did right there was called fire breathing. It's from the Tibetan monks. It's called tumo breathing. It's made very popular. Awesome. I see the fire symbols. I appreciate you guys. This was made popular, okay, by the Tibetan monks, but it's made really popular by Wim Hof. If you've heard of Wim Hof, give me a 1 in the chat if you've heard of Wim Hof, okay? Wim Hof, the Iceman. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of Wim Hof, okay? He's the guy, the Iceman. He climbed Mount Everest in a pair of shorts. He's done marathons in the desert, in the Sahara Desert in a pair of shorts without water. But yeah, tingling fingers and toes. I had it too. Tingling legs, fingers, face. You always want to breathe into it, okay? I suggest you make sure you're laying down or sitting down when you do it. I should have said that in the beginning. But awesome. Yeah, you've heard of Wim Hof. Okay, hey Jay, what's going on, man? Good to have you here. So if you've heard of Wim Hof, put a 1 in the chat. Awesome. Yeah, Cody, he is a savage for sure. Awesome to have you guys here. Let's rock and roll. We're going to get this party started. Let's get right into this. Okay, so today, again, we are dealing with what we're focusing on is getting things done. We're building the unstoppable mindset through my Ferocious Optimist Method. This is coming from my new course that's being released very soon here, okay? And this is part 4, episode 4. This is our usual Sunday reset. If you're just joining us, we are building the unstoppable mindset through the Ferocious Optimist Method today, okay? And again, what we do typically on a Sunday, if you're just joining us right now, if you're new to our live stream, on Sundays we do our mindset work. We do our leadership and mindset work. Fridays and other days, but typically Fridays, Saturdays, we are covering the chaos in the world. We're talking about what the operating environment is. What are the crazy news stories, the crazy events? What are we experiencing out there in the operating environment, right? So just like in the Marine Corps mission planning, we talk about the operating context, the enemy situation. What's the most probable course of action for the enemy? What's the most dangerous course of action, okay? In this case, it could be the market, it could be the economy that's forming the enemy, okay? And so knowing what is our environment like, what's the context? And then on Sundays, we form a strategy on how to deal with it, how to get things done. So today, episode 4 is definitely about getting things done, okay? And so what I want to remind everyone of is this. I want to remind everyone that we have to know to make sure we actually know what we're going to do the next day. You want to review your schedule every evening and every morning, okay? After you write your goals. Last week we talked about writing goals, our 3-month goals, our 1-year goals, and having our vision, okay, having our 5-year outcomes. I want to see, I'm going to ask in the poll here. I want to make sure, I hope I'm getting the right answers here. Who wrote their goals down? Who wrote their goals down for 2026 after our sessions the past 2 weeks? Past 2 Sundays. Let's see. I'm hoping I get some good answers here. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Show me. Show me. Let's see. Reset, if you will. That's right. It is a reset for sure. This is the Sunday reset, Jay. So I want to answer that poll from you guys. I want to see where you're at with that. Okay. So today, you should already have your goals written down. Over the past 2 weeks, we really focused on having a strategy for the new year. All right. We focused on having our 5-year outcomes written down, having a strong vision, even before that, a strong vision of where we want to go with our life. What's important to us? What's our personal story, our identity? We did an exercise called the I am exercise. Who are you? Who do you want to be? What has to change in the story you're telling about yourself in your own mind, right? And last week, we really focused on writing down our 3-month goals, our 1-year goals, and our 5-year outcomes in accordance with our vision, okay? So today, we're going to talk again about where the rubber meets the road, how to get things done. Today's all about getting stuff done, okay? And even if you didn't write your goals down yet, you can go back and you can watch my videos from the past 2 Sundays. It would be Mindset, Unstoppable Mindset 3 and Unstoppable Mindset 2, okay? Or watch each one, Unstoppable Mindset 1 as well. And you can go through those, skim through those, go through the exercises, do the exercises, and actually, write down your goals, okay? Concrete goals. Remember, make them SMART goals. Specific, measurable, actionable, reachable for where you are right now, okay? Actionable meaning you can actually do something about them. Don't say, I want to make everyone happy. Okay, I understand that, but how do we go about that? What's actually concrete actions you can take? That matters, all right? And then time, T is for time for a due date attached, all right? So that's what's going to be next, all right, doing that. But today I'm going to really focus on, for those of you that you have your goals written down, and even if you don't, this is still going to matter. It's still going to be very relevant for you. Okay, you got 50-50 right now, 8 votes. That's good. Okay, not bad, not bad. We need to pick it up a little bit. But we're going to talk about getting things done, number one, and then also building a team, okay? So first of all, you need to review your schedule every evening, and every morning, okay, after you write your goals down. And after you do your visualization, your meditation, your prayer, all those things in the morning, okay? You want to make sure you're reviewing your schedule. And no kidding, I mean your calendar. Because sometimes we can write down what needs to be done, but we didn't look at our calendar and actually see, what did I schedule here? What did I block off? Am I missing? Am I just ignoring the organization that I tried to do during the week, okay? So again, you want to have a process. And the process usually starts with first thing in the morning, visualization, prayer, okay, prayer followed by visualization, meditation, okay, I usually start with prayer, I go into meditation and visualization, then I grab a cup of coffee, black coffee, water with fresh squeezed lemon in it, and then I go ahead and write my goals down. I rewrite my goals every day, my 1-year goals, 3-month goals, and my 5-year outcomes, every day I write those down, in my journal. And again, if you don't have a journal, I've got a success planning journal that's in my store on my YouTube homepage, my bio page, and it's usually attached to videos, but you can use that. That's a great journal. It's a setup for this method I'm talking about. Or you can buy any Moleskine type notebook. That's what I like, the Moleskine type notebooks, if you don't use mine, okay? So have a notebook, write your goals down. There's something that has a psychological impact when we actually write our goals down by hand, okay? It tends to code into our brain a lot better when we actually write our goals down by hand, okay? And not just type or speak, but you actually are taking the time. Your mind is going over and over, ruminating, visualizing. It's encoding these ideas into it, okay? And so that's why I say it's so important to actually write your goals down every day. Because when you do that, you're committing these to memory and you're making it a total priority, okay? You're making these things a total priority for you, your goals. And you're doing something called training your reticular activating system. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember me talking about your reticular activating system, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember the RAS, your reticular activating system. All right, I'm gonna write that down in the chat here so you guys can see it, so everyone can see what I'm talking about, just in case. But put a 1 in chat if you remember this. This is from the past episodes. And I'm reviewing a little bit because I think it's important, okay? The RAS is your brain's filter, okay? It's what filters information out and causes our brain to look for certain things and ignore other things, okay? That's your RAS. So put a 1 in the chat if you remember about the RAS. Awesome, Joe. Awesome, Lisa. Perfect. Good. La Diamond Dog. Come on, man. There it is. There. It's all right. You're honest, though. I appreciate it. Reticular activating system. That's why I'm going over it, okay? This is your brain's filter. You train your brain what's important to you, what your values are. When we review our goals, we write our goals down again. We visualize what is important to us, okay? We attach powerful reasons why. We attach powerful emotions to what we want to accomplish, who we want to become, with the things we want to achieve in our life, okay? That's all right, Lisa. That's okay. Yep, last live I talked about it a lot. It's in a lot of my shorts as well too, but that's why I'm talking about it again now. So this is real neuroscience. This isn't, something fake, but the RAS is really something that exists, and it causes your mind to filter out some things versus others. So you train your mind in what's important to you by how you feed your mind. How do you train your mind to show it what's important to you, okay? Well, visualization, writing your goals down, reviewing your goals, prayer, meditation, all these things, okay? The more you can visualize what you want to achieve, who you want to become, what you want to have, what you want to accomplish, what skills you want to develop, how good you want to be at something. That's conditioning. That's right, Joe. The more you do this, the more your mind will search for those things and those micro decisions that will actually make you make decisions that will take you in the direction towards your goals, okay? And not waste time on other things, okay? Towards your dreams. That's why I'll say it again. It's very important, the content you consume, what you think about, what you focus on, okay? Because in reality, according to the RAS, the reticular activating system, what you focus on, you move towards, okay? It really makes a big difference. All right, so this is one of the reasons why we sit there and we do our meditation in the morning, we do our prayer, okay? We have to have a routine. The routine has to be really powerful, all right? And I got something for you guys here that I think will be useful. Talking about routine, anybody know Wayne Gretzky? Anybody remember Wayne Gretzky? Who remembers Wayne Gretzky? Give me a 7 for a hockey stick. Give me a 7 in the chat if you remember Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, Rocket Hockey, Hockey Night in Canada. All right. If you remember Wayne Gretzky from the Edmonton Oilers, put a 7 in the chat. Give me a hockey stick. I want to see a hockey stick if you remember Wayne Gretzky. All right, Lisa, I see you. Awesome. Anybody else? Remember Wayne Gretzky? There we go, Jay. Good job, Becky. Hey, Becky, what's going on? I didn't think I saw you in there before. Lisa, nice. You found the hockey stick. It's nuts. Great job. Joe Saunders. All right, we got a lot of Wayne Gretzky people here, remembering Wayne Gretzky. All right, let's fire this up. I got a little video for you guys that's going to show how important it is to have a routine okay? To set your goals, everything I'm talking about, to train your RAS with meditation, visualization, rewriting your goals, having a routine. You're training your mind, you're training your body, everything in order to maximize your chance to accomplish the things you want to accomplish. And if you're just joining us right now today is the day that we have our Sunday reset, okay? And we are building our unstoppable mindset. In the light of all the craziness out there in the world, okay, we're going to talk about our unstoppable mindset, and we're going to build our unstoppable mindset through the Ferocious Optimist Method, which is my new course coming out very soon here, okay? But this is what I do, right? At its core, this is what I do. But first of all, we cover all of if you're just joining us, on Fridays, on Saturdays, and other days, we're covering the context and the operating environment in the world. What's going on in the world? What's our environment we have to operate in, that we have to work in, we have to experience, right? And so we're trying to make sense of it and understand it and understand what the problem at hand is so that we are more effective trying to accomplish our goals and go after everything in our vision, okay? So that's how we do what we do. All right, you know nothing about hockey, Joe? All right, I got you. All right, let's do this, guys. Here we go. Check this one out. This is pretty cool right here. All right, I got something for you guys. I'm upgrading the Sunday reset. We're upgrading. Here we go.
They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and they found that they had like 7, 8 things in common. And one of the things they all had in common was a routine.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. So the routine and the preparation, some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
The stronger your mindset is, the greater your skill set is going to be.
We remember the stuff we earn, the stuff we experience, more than what the teacher tells us or what someone gives us for free.
A company is simply a group of people. As a leader of people, you have to be a great listener, you have to be a great motivator, you have to be very good at praising and looking for the best in people.
You think Warren Buffett reading just to be reading? The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff.
Boom. That just happened. So true. Let's keep going.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
Okay, that is so spot on, right?
I think it's important that you really like whatever you're doing.
Okay, I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to rewind a little bit because I want to go over what Robert Kiyosaki was saying, okay? There is no world out there. It's only what's going on in here, okay? And I want to talk about that because this is, the great one, Wayne Gretzky. That's it, Joe. But this is so important. Trash in, trash out. Garbage in, garbage out. That's right, Jay. Garbage in, garbage out, right? And so I love that Robert Kiyosaki is saying that because too often I hear excuses. I know you hear them too. And sometimes we think them, right? Well, if only I came from a richer family. Well, if only I was as tall as her. If only I was as tall as him. If only I was given so much speed I could run faster. If only I was better at math and smarter, right? If only this, if only that. And then, or you start listening to really negative people, right? That are telling you it's so-and-so's fault. It's, so-and-so's fault. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. Whatever, okay? The bottom line is that your mindset is the number one thing that is responsible that will impact your success. This is the number one thing. If you can't get control of your mindset and if you can't invest yourself in building the most powerful, unstoppable mindset that you can, okay, it will hurt you. It's going to hurt you. It's going to hold you back. This is why we do this Sunday reset, because there's so much noise out there in the world today. There's so much rage bait, okay? And we have to be able to work. We got to be able to work. We have to be able to make progress and go forward and not just get lost on this wave of negativity on the news, okay? Rage baited, the crazy news cycle that's out there, or the gossip cycle from friends, or, jealousy, people talking about other people. You got to deal with what you've got, okay? And it's all in between your ears, in your head, and in your heart, okay? Your mindset, I'm just telling you, and this is quoting Peter Diamandis, quoting Tony Robbins, quoting Napoleon Hill, okay? It's quoting, even President Trump says this too, but your mindset and your mission, your passion, what you're passionate about, okay? how you approach your work, but it all begins in your mindset. All of it begins in your mindset, okay? And so this is the whole point of our Sunday reset, is to make sure we manage our mindset, we focus on what we can control, and we get ready to make progress and kick ass this week. Because if we can have a better mindset, then we can have a better tomorrow, a better Monday. We can have a better week, okay? Make progress. We can win in the small tactical steps. And when we win, then we can actually move the ball forward to achieving our goals and then achieving our long-term goals, which will lead us to our dreams, okay? And I've said this to you guys a bunch of times, a million times, that if you want to change your life, okay, if you want to change your life, you've got to start by changing the way you think, okay? And if you want to change the way you think, you've got to first start by changing your mental focus and what you choose to focus on and the meaning that you give to the things that you're focusing on. What does it mean? Is it the beginning? Is it the end? Okay? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it an opportunity? Or is it, not an opportunity? Is it a threat? Is it a threat? Is it an opportunity? What is this right now? Is there a lesson to be learned? Okay? Is it over? Is my chance over? Or do I have more chances than ever now? Or the chances never run out? Okay? All these things like that. But I'm telling you, your mindset matters so much for this. Okay? I'm going to go a little bit more here into this, but I want you guys to remember this is the basics, basically a review for our Sunday reset. If you're just joining us right now, make sure you like and make sure you share and subscribe, please. It helps the channel out. I appreciate it. Great to have you here. This is our Sunday reset. We've talked about the operating environment. We talked about all the crazy news, talked about all the scary stuff out there, okay, and frustrating stuff and stuff that's going to piss you off. And today is our day to get our mindset together, build an unstoppable mindset so we can have a kick-ass week, so that we can have a kick-ass month and have a kick-ass year and crush 2026. This is our point, all right? Now, we're going to talk about blocking time. You have to be able to block off time, okay? You got to block off time to get the things done you want to get done. But if you don't have the right mindset, you're going to sit there watching about Trump Maduro until the cows come home, okay? We watched it yesterday. We did it all there is to do. We know what happened. He's in New York. He's being tried, right? Now they want to rehash everything. If you didn't get to find out what happens, go watch my live from yesterday. You'll figure everything out. It's all there, okay? But we got to make the rubber meet the road now, okay? That's why you don't see me. I'm not recovering it again today. I'm here to serve you guys. My mission is for you. My mission is to be an inspirational leader to create positive, lasting change in the lives of others, okay? Including myself, including all of you guys. I don't do you any service by recovering the same stuff again. Yeah, we'll get people here. Yeah, we'll get clicks. Yeah, we'll get likes, all stuff like that. But I have a mission, okay? My mission is to serve all of you and for you to kick ass, for me to kick ass. So let's freaking do this. Let's watch a little bit more of this video. I think this is a really good one, okay? It's very motivational. So I'm doing things a little bit differently for our Sunday Live, but I think this will be very useful. Great to have everybody here. So glad you're here with me on Sunday, on our Sunday reset. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot, helps us out, helps me achieve my mission to reach as many people as possible, okay? And you will be a part of an awesome community. We're a very supportive community. We don't tolerate any BS or toxic behavior in the chat. So you can argue, you can banter, all the stuff like that, right? But we got a pretty cool self-policing chat, which I'm very proud of. Let's go ahead and watch some more of this. Here we go. If you're just joining us, this is a really good one. Pay attention.
That point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
It's what goes on between this year and in our hearts that determine our lives out there. There's no world out there except what's going on here.
I think it's important that you really like whatever you're doing. If you don't like it, life is too short.
If I'm lying to you about who I am, or I'm lying to you about whatever, there's no starting point. There's a false reality. You have to create the real reality.
It's a good separation for me, emotionally, to be able to put myself in a place where at practice or when I'm training or during games, I switch my mind to something else.
I became #1 in the world. I became a millionaire not because I made more money. I became a millionaire because they told me millionaires only live off of 30% of their income. I became a millionaire because I did what millionaires did. I stopped living off 100%.
What does it mean time is money, right? How do you multiply time? How do you buy time? Rich people buy time.
Aha. Let's stop it there. Grant Cardone, thank you for the awesome segue. Okay. Thank you for the awesome segue. I'm going to rewind a little bit. We're going to put old GC up on here. Old Grant Cardone. Okay. Now, if you don't know Grant Cardone's story, apparently he was a drug addict through his 20s, and then became good at sales. The only job he could get in sales, and he said, I got to become good at this to make money, and he became very good at it, as you can see. Okay. Like him, hate him, whatever, but a pretty damn good story of someone that came up from pretty poor beginnings, and also his own troubles. And so, anyway, there are a lot of stories like that out there. So the thing I want to tell you is that no matter where you're at right now, okay, and no matter how down you think you are, okay, I want to tell you that someone else has been there, okay? Someone else has been there and they've done that. They've been even in a worse state you have, okay? And they've achieved incredible things, but it starts in your mindset. So let's talk about buying your time back, okay? And so how do you multiply time? This is great that we have Grant Cardone right here. So how do we do that? First of all, we have to block off our time, okay? You gotta be able to block off your time. We're gonna get to how you buy back your time in a second here, but how do you block off your time? Well, you go in your calendar, okay? You're gonna go right in your calendar, and you're gonna find time, and you're gonna fill that up and put it as busy, okay? So nobody's gonna bother you at that time. Now, if you have a job and you have work, obviously you have a block of time that you have to work, right? But before work and after work is yours. You own it. Now, I advocate everyone, you need to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night, okay? The sweet spot for sleep is 7 hours. But if you get 6, you're okay. You're in the green. You get 8, you're in the green. 7, bullseye, right? If you get 5, you can sustain that for a couple days. But you're going to start having some cognitive decline. It's not going to be good for you, okay? Even if you're young, even if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, it's still going to impact you. So please get in that 6-hour minimum time slot, okay? So you're going to sleep 6 hours. You're going to work, let's say for your job, you're working 9 hours. Okay, I was going to say 8. Let's just say 9, okay? And the rest of the time, let's say you work out. You're going to work out for an hour and a half. Okay, let's say an hour and a half on average for normal people. Not for some of my fitness competitors or myself. Hour and a half. So you got 15 minutes to get to and from the gym, 30-minute transit time, an hour working out. Okay, hour and a half block of time there. Even 2 hours, okay? So right there, we've used up what? We've used up 9 hours, 6, it's 15, 16, 17. We got 7 freaking hours. You're going to eat. You're going to eat, that's an hour, okay? You've got 6 hours left, okay? 6 hours. Let's say you spend an hour of time with loved ones hanging out, even 2 hours. Even 2 hours with loved ones at the end of the night, okay? Or whenever, for dinner. You've got 4 hours every day, a time block of 4 hours, okay? The time budget, when I do this with people, this time budget matters so much. I'm telling you, most people don't even realize how much time they waste. Okay? So you got 4 hours on average. Everybody has 4 hours in order to get shit done. Okay? Tell me right here, put a 1 in the chat if you think you have 4 hours every day that you can get things done. Okay? Put this down. If you liked my if I have not met David Goggins yet, I'd like to for sure, but I don't want to go running with him. A man has to know his limitations. Yeah, I mean, I like his story for sure. And he focuses on self-improvement, which is super cool, and not telling war stories. I like that. I admire that. But guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think you have 4 hours a day to get stuff done, okay, that are on your goals specifically. Remember, I just did a time budget. Awesome, Tim. Awesome, Lisa. Remember, I did time budget. 6 hours minimum sleep, right? Let's say 7 even, okay? 7 hours sleep, 9 hours work, that's 16. 2 hours with family, okay? 17, 18. 1 hour working out, 19, that's 5 hours. Let's even add another hour for meals. You have 4 hours. And I'm going to tell you guys, right? Okay, that's good. That's good, little diamond dog. It still comes out in the aggregate, okay? Let me tell you, this is great, guys. I like this positive attitude here. Cool. So, exactly, Lisa. I don't want to run with him. But let's say this, okay? Guys, Alex Hormozy. Everybody knows Alex Hormozy, okay? He's a business guru type guy. I listen to him. He's got some really good stuff I enjoy listening to. I listen to Grant Cardone as well. I like a lot of the stuff he has to say. You know, it doesn't mean I have to agree with everything, right? You don't have to agree with everything with somebody in order to listen to some of the good things they have. But I want to tell you, Alex Hormozy has said, if you can spend 4 hours a day working on your business or working on your goals that you're trying to achieve, you are going to achieve them. You're going to hit an elite level. He talks about in business especially. You've got about 4 good hours a day to get it done. You've got to put in 4 hours a day, okay? So I don't care if you're a writer, if you're an athlete, I don't care if you're in school, I don't care if you're trying to start a business. you got to put in that 4 hours a day. Okay, find the 4 hours. So when I say time block, okay, we want to go in our calendar. It doesn't have to be a solid 4 hour block. It can be 2 hours here, 2 hours there. It can be an hour here, 3 hours there. Okay, it can be a lot of different things. Okay, so the time block, you got to find the time block somewhere though. So please go in your calendars. And actually, I'm going to assign that for homework to everybody. Cody Fisher, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your generosity, brother. Thank you. Ben, blocking time. So Cody Fisher says, $20 donation here. Thank you, Cody. Ben, blocking time, hourly timing with my type of work is tenfold the hardest thing I've faced after going full-time with my company 4 years ago. Okay. I build custom cars. I saw that, man. That is wild, dude. Cody, that's some amazing stuff. I build custom cars, but like race cars too, I think, from what I saw. I build custom cars, but the quality standard is my one non-negotiable. I love that. Okay, blocking time. Cody's saying, Ben, blocking time, hourly timing with my type of work is tenfold the hardest thing I've faced after going full-time. Okay, so you really need to pay attention, okay? Cody, you really got to pay attention today, okay, man? I really appreciate, I really appreciate, I think we're calling this a super chat or a super thanks. I'm not sure what we call these things. I'm sorry, I guess I'm still kind of a new YouTuber, honestly. I just started in May, and I'm still kind of clueless on things. But thank you for the donation, the contribution. It will go to good use. I really appreciate you, man. So you really got to pay attention today, because this is really for you, dude. Okay, this is totally for you. And what I want to say is this. If you guys are finding it hard, like Cody is, to find the blocks of time because quality standard, you own your own business, all those things, what I want to say is that you need to block the time before these jobs even start, okay? Know when is your best time of work. And Cody, you can tell me, when is your, oh man, okay, I rarely ever build to the same thing and it has been impossible to do time track efficiently. Okay, but I want to say, when do you normally start? Let's start with your start of your day, Cody. When does your day start? Tell me, when does your day start? And then when does it typically end, okay, for working? Tell me, okay? And then what I want you to do is, number one, I want you to protect your health, okay? Because it sounds like you have a business that you're crazy passionate about. I saw some of your stuff, some of your work on an Instagram page, and strangely enough, the message disappeared. I couldn't find it. I wanted to respond back to you, okay? But I saw the work you're doing. It's incredible. So this is also your passion. I think you're living your dream right now, brother, building these custom cars. It's amazing stuff, everybody. Okay, so you need a car built, talk to Cody. If you, especially a race car, something like that, unbelievable. But I want to say, Cody, I want you first to protect your health, okay? Protect your health, make sure you're getting your workouts in, all right? That's number one for you, because everything else, you are in passion project. You are working on your goals while you're doing your work. Tell me if I'm wrong. Cody, give me a fire symbol if you are actually working on your goals and dreams while you're doing your work in your business. Give me a fire symbol if I have that correct. If you are in a business of a passion business, okay? Give me a fire symbol, just so I know, all right? Because then for you, the biggest thing is that you have to protect your health and your fitness, okay? All right. Awesome. You got to protect your health and fitness, okay? Give me that fire symbol, Cody, if you feel like this is, if you think this is, or if you know if this is a passion project for you, okay? I want to make sure I'm tracking. Okay. Give me that fire symbol. And guys, we're going to keep going. When I get the fire symbol from Cody, I'll keep going. But you have to block the fitness time off, because I think everything else, your 9 hours of work might actually be 12 hours of work, okay? 100%. Okay, good. Got it. So your work time, I said 9 hours of work. Yours is probably 12, okay? So you're actually working on your goals in your business for the most part, okay? If you have extra goals, okay, that's okay, dude. I got you, man. Thanks, Cody. If you have other goals outside your business, you may have to just be a little more efficient, okay? You still have, even 12 hours, we got 12 hours left, right? We're going to sleep for 7. Okay, now we're at 19. 2 hours family time. You're at 21. You got 3 hours, an hour to work out. You get 2 hours left, okay? 2 hours family time or friends time, loved ones, girlfriend, whatever, right? Okay? to our family time, to our loved one time. You got 1 hour to work out, okay? Unless you're like Lisa Jones, competitive fitness competitor, 3 hours. Those are your goals though too, Lisa. Those are your goals. So you still got 2 hours. 2 hours, Cody. Maybe before work and maybe 1 hour after. Maybe you block off an hour, you bookend it. Or you do 2 hours early in the morning or 2 hours at night. It's up to you. But I will tell you guys, okay? And again, Cody, I really appreciate the contribution, man. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot, brother. It definitely helps out the channel. All right, everyone. So listen, Cody's in this situation where, you know, he's in his own business and he's passionate about the business. He's an artist with these cars. You got to see this stuff. It's amazing, right? They're beautiful and powerful and all these things. Okay, I know a lot of people would love this. And so if you're in a business that is your passion, that's your goals and your dreams, you're doing it, but you have other goals, okay? This is for you as well too, because it's never easy to find the time. Some people just are wasting the time. But I think a lot of high achievers are in this chat, and I want to tell you, I know you're not wasting your time. So we got to really do a hard time budget like we just did and find time in the morning, time in the evening, or time in the middle of the day. Because one thing I want to tell you guys is that your best work, your very best work will be done earlier in the day. Your very best mental work, okay? So whatever requires the most mind power is going to be done the best when you're freshest. Now, I will caveat this by, I do know some writers who write really well at nighttime. And they say because the world is quiet at night and they can really write when the world is quiet, okay? So I do know that. So whenever you think your best mental cognitive time is, okay, your best physical and mental time, depending on what your job is and depending on what your goals consist of, okay, what skills you're trying to develop, I want you to work in your sweet spot on your highest priority work, the most important stuff to you, early as possible, okay? I would say for the vast majority of us, it's as early in the day as possible after we sleep, okay? That's when we want to get our hardest and best and most important, highest priority work done, okay? Guys, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where dreams are formed, okay? All this stuff everyone's telling you, all these hacks, all this stuff out there, you know, about, you know, going to buy a Lambo or buying your own house or real estate investing or crypto or, you know, getting jacked and getting ripped. I'm telling you, it first starts with you dedicating the time, okay? Even before that, it starts with you identifying what do you want? What do you really want? What are your goals? What are your dreams? Did you write them down? It starts with you forming the right mindset and training your RAS, your reticular activating system, okay? It starts with you visualizing and praying every morning and every night, rewriting your goals down, okay? If you guys are just joining us, this is our Sunday reset. Great to have you here, okay? It's our Sunday reset. This is where we reset and we get ready to tackle the week and make progress towards our goals. Friday, we're talking about the crazy news cycle, the operating environment. What are the opportunities out there? What are the threats? What are the things that are impacting our lives? Saturday, the same thing as well, too. We talked about the Maduro capture. We talked about, you know, possible war, Russia, Ukraine, the economy. We're in a K-shaped economy right now, okay? What is affordability like right now, okay? We talked about AI, all these things this week, the Somali fraud, daycare fraud in Minnesota, all these things like that we talked about. But today's the day we go back in, we point the fingers right at us and say, despite all that, it's time for me to take control of my life. I control the controllables, okay? I have to be able to move forward with a clear mind, clear objectives, know what my target is, know what my mission is, okay? And go after it without all the noise. Despite all that going on, I've dealt with it, I know what it is, but now I'm really gonna control the controllables and get after it. Okay, so if you're just joining us, this is our Sunday reset. Please like, please subscribe, please share, spread the word if you think someone's gonna get something out of this. This is a no kidding training session today. This is the Sunday reset is a training session on mindset. We're gonna help you build an unstoppable mindset, okay, through my method that's called the Ferocious Optimist Method. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna watch a little bit more of this video, okay? I think this is a very motivational video. I like it. I liked it a lot. All right. Everyone put a 1 in the chat if you're tracking. Put a 1 in the chat if you're tracking. Give me a 0 if you are lost right now, okay? So I can get you on track. Whether you're new here to this session or not, whether you're new here to the channel or you've been here for a while, put a 1 if you're tracking with everything I'm saying. Put a 0 if you're not tracking, okay? Just so I can make sure I know what's going on out there, and you guys are. I want to make sure that you're learning and growing, right? That's the point. So give me a 1 or a 0. 1 if you're tracking and everything, a 0 if you are lost in the sauce. All right, before I get into it, I'm gonna read Cody's response here. Okay. 6:30 a.m., 8 a.m. Okay, 6:30, 8 a.m., a.m. to 8 a.m. around that time for morning jog, shoot, train. Awesome. 8:45, 2 p.m. in the shop. Nice. Okay. 2 to 5 p.m. in the shop. 2 to 3 hours of planning, design time, dinner, relax. Then my night shift comes. If I'm consumed, I'll work till it's done. Got you, man. Got you. Okay, good. I want to make sure you preserve your health and fitness time. Okay. Now the question I have for you, Cody. Hey, Steve. I didn't say what's up, man. How you doing, Steve? Good to have you here. The question I have for you, Steve, is this. I'm sorry, Steve. Cody. The question I have for you, Cody. This is for Cody. The question I have is, do you have another big goal you're trying to work on? Okay. And you can also DM me on Instagram. You can send me an email at ben@benpappas.com. Again, ben@benpappas.com. You can schedule a session with me if you want to do book a no-fee discovery and strategy session. And we can do a Zoom call as well too. Okay, everyone knows that. And there's no expectation that you're going to work with me. But if you want to go deeper and talk about that, we can talk about it. But if you have a deeper goal, bigger goal you're trying to accomplish, you need to make sure you block off time for this. Okay, it's very important because time passes like time passes. Time is the one thing that connects all of us. All right. And if you don't block off the time for what's important, the time will be lost and you will continue to put in more time on the things that you've identified as a priority. And they are a priority. However, if there's another priority, when you have multiple high priority items, okay, everyone, when you have multiple high priority items, you need to focus on the highest priority item first, get work done, and you're gonna have milestones for that project, right? You got done what needed to get done today, so then you can go to the next project and balance time on that next project, right? And I know, Cody, you know this, if you have multiple vehicles you're working on, multiple cars, contractors do this. If they have, let's say, 3 houses they're working on, they come in and say, okay, 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. is house number 1. House number 2 is going to be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., right? House number 3 might be, a little bit of overlap, might be 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. And then they're going to shift. House 3 becomes house 1, house 1 goes to house 2, house 2 goes to house 3, okay? So you have to be able to have, if you have multiple things you're working on, you need to have limited goals for each day, limited milestones you're trying to accomplish so you can prioritize and allocate time, energy, resources, and assets towards those projects, all right? If that makes sense, give me a fire symbol, Cody, or give me 100%, whatever. Just give me, tell me, yes, I understand that. That makes sense. Give me something. Okay. All right, let's go, man. We're going to rock and roll. Here we go. Let's do this, everyone. Here we go.
Time. How do you buy time? Rich people buy time.
I'm going to say that
How do
again.
you multiply time? How do you?
Here we go.
100%.
What does it mean time is money, right? How do you multiply time? How do you buy time? Rich people buy time.
We're going to talk about this.
Most of the people watching this thing should either not be in business if they've got one, or close the f***er down if they got one. Because you got in business for all the wrong reasons, and you don't have the balls to close them down because of what other people are going to say. You have no idea how limitless it is when you're not afraid of what other people think or say. You have no idea. There's not 2 people watching this thing that even has a concept of what it is to act as if you have no limits to your abilities. 0.
Let's go back a little bit on this Dan Payne again. I want to see, I didn't know he's as successful as he is. Watch this. Here we go.
Most of the people watching this thing should either not be in business if they've got one, or close the f***er down.
Went from $820 to $450 million in 8 years. Pretty good, not too bad. Okay, I got a sneaking suspicion he had a lot of skills built up ahead of time, and probably had a fall from grace, or something happened in business, and then he restarted a new business, or he got on with the right team to do this. Okay, and had an exit. Let's keep listening.
If they got one, because you got in business for all the wrong reasons, and you don't have the balls to close them down because of what other people are going to say. You have no idea how limitless it is when you're not afraid of what other people think or say. You have no idea. There's not 2 people watching this thing that even has a concept of what it is to act as if you have no limits to your abilities. 0.
Let's stop it right there. I remember when he did that, actually. It's interesting. I remember when he did that, and he said, you know, people were saying, you can't write, you're not any good at this, and all this stuff like that. And next thing you know, he's like, I didn't care. I just got it done and set it out there to help people. And so, again, to connect what Dan Pena was saying to what Grant Cardone was saying there, it makes a big difference when you don't care what people think, right, to judge you. And you'll do so much more, right? When you're not worried about being judged or being, people looking down on you or anything like that, okay? All right, let's keep on rolling here. Again, if you're just joining us, please like, please subscribe, please share. It's going to help out the channel. And if you think someone's going to get something out of this, share it with them, okay? And the chat, you guys are on fire as usual, which is super awesome. And again, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Hopefully you're getting something out of it. I see a lot of ones. Everybody's tracking. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good. I get a good pulse there. And I become the poll master, as some of you say. Let's see where we're at with our poll. Who wrote their goals down for 2026 after our sessions the past 2 Sundays? 53% no. What? Come on, guys. All right, this is your chance. Write those goals down. If you haven't written them down yet, it's proven in studies you achieve more when you write your goals down. When you get very clear about what you want, okay, you have a much better chance at achieving it. So write it down, look at it every day, train yourself in it, focus on it, visualize yourself doing it, okay? And I'm telling you, you're getting closer to success. All right, end the poll right there, and I'll have a new one in a minute for you. But let's talk a little bit more here, okay? We're gonna talk a little bit more about getting our highest priority work done. So, like I say, get your highest priority work done first thing in the morning. Wake up early to have a focused, clear, quiet time to concentrate on it, okay? Or you block it off later, or you block it off in the middle of the day when you have a pause and when you have time, okay? You will actually create more time in your day by getting top priority work done early in the morning, okay? It makes a big difference. When you get your top priority work done early in the morning, or if you have a pause, for example, in Cody's example, you have a pause in that top priority work, because top priority work is being taken care of. It's part of the business. Then all of a sudden you have a pause, let's say from 12 until 2. Well, one of those hours, not both you're going to take off, but one of those you're going to work on this other thing, okay? And then when the day is completely over, okay, if you don't have to surge and work late, you have 2 or 3 hours to get this next goal worked on, all right? This is why we break our goals down into smaller milestones. This is why we take our 5-year outcome, our 5-year larger goal, and we break it down into our first year, 1-year goal. We break it down into 3-month goals, quarterly goals as well. So we have little milestones we're pursuing to build what I call success momentum. Okay, success momentum, you build up the momentum in order, you say like, well, I did this. Well, what can I do next? I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. I did that. Now what? What can I do next? Oh my God, I did this. Now I'm growing more and more and more. Okay. And so success momentum is absolutely crucial. So I'm gonna have a little exercise for you guys in a minute. All right. But first of all, I want you to know that you can actually create more time in your day by getting top priority work done, okay? If you get it done early in the morning, okay, and you prioritize as early as you can in the day, get the top priority work done, okay? I want to say that. Now, the next thing I want to say is this. You will feel less stress, you'll feel more self-trust, you'll feel confidence, you'll feel optimistic about achieving goals and having time for others, family, coworkers, employees, etc. if you time block and you identify the highest priority work and you get it done as early in the day as you can. I don't care if that means you got it all done by 5 p.m. or by 6 p.m., okay? You start working on it as early as you can, you get it done as early as you can in the day. And that means you're working until 7 p.m. to get it done, so be it. But the highest priority work is getting done, okay? So I want to tell you this as well too, before I ask this question, all right? The night before is when you should already know what your highest priority work is. You should have already identified what you're doing the next day. If you're drifting and you don't have a clue what you're going to do the next day, okay, that's going to hurt you. So you need to be able to identify what your highest priority work is the day before, okay? It's got to be, okay, I know that this day is high priority work. I got to get this done. I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to block off time for it, okay? I would even say every Sunday you should spend time in your calendar blocking off time for that week and what has to happen. Okay, you should already know this week is going to go down like this. This is how I'm envisioning this week going down. Saturday or Sunday, okay? Don't wait till Monday morning, because then by then the ball's already rolling. All right. And so depending on what your work week is like, but I would definitely on Sunday spend an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, go through your Google Calendar, your Microsoft Calendar, your written calendar, whatever it is, and identify blocks of time where you're going to work on the most important things. Now, like I said, if you have a career and you have to be at work getting things done, well, that block of time is gone, right? Or you have a business and you already have commitments, that block of time is gone. Now, the priorities that are outside of work or the top priority, then you're going to fill time blocks with that, okay? Make sure you're planning time for fitness. Make sure you're planning time for loved ones, for friends, things like that. It's gonna matter, okay? So again, get those top priority things done as early as you can in the day. And here is what I have for you guys, okay? This is now Q&A for all of you. I want you guys to identify, all right? This is your in-class exercise right now, okay? I want everyone to take 5 minutes and you're gonna write down what your highest priority recurring tasks are, all right? And we're gonna talk about what Grant Cardone said about how do we buy back our time? How do we buy back our time? He said, rich people buy back their time. Rich people buy time. And so how do we buy back our time to free you up to stay in your sweet spot to do the most important things for you, okay? Where should you spend your money? Okay, on investment for sure, but buying back your time is a great investment so you can work on the most important things, all right? So right now, this is your in-class exercise. I want you to write down what is the most important high priority work, recurring tasks that you have, okay? What are the recurring tasks? I'm gonna put it in the chat so you see it, okay? And actually, I'll put it down here. There's not as much functionality. Zoom has a lot of functionality, okay? But I'm gonna say, it's not a poll. I'm just gonna write it down here, okay? Exercise. Okay. Write down what your high priority recurring tasks are. Okay, there it is. There's the exercise. It's in the chat. Write down what your high priority recurring tasks are. Okay, start writing that down right now. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna ask you in about 5 minutes about that. Okay? So in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna ask you guys what your high priority recurring tasks are, or if you have it done. So get them done. Let's watch a little bit more of this video. All right, here we go.
Book published.
Okay. That's some pretty motivating stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. That is, I love this stuff. Pump you right up. And again, I'm on the journey with you guys, and I'm learning with you guys as we go. And as I've told someone before, I don't really like pre-watch everything. I find something, I watch a little bit of it to make sure it's good. As you've seen with the South Park video, sometimes I don't watch them ahead of time. So I'm reacting with you in real time. So I'm feeling this just like you guys are right now, okay? Okay, so like I said, I wanted you guys to write down what your highest priority work was. This is an exercise. Write down what your high priority recurring tasks are, okay? I've got the Diamond Dog, Cody, okay? Yep, okay, highest priority, okay. I see that, and Cody, you don't have to say should to yourself ever. You know what I mean? You don't have to say should. I mean, you don't have to say that, right? So just don't even worry about that. Okay. Just, you know, whatever you think, if you think like it's, and if you think that that's the way it should be, like you got to have work as your priority, then if you have work as your priority, it's okay. Okay. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, right? It's definitely not a big deal. Let's see here. Chinese bamboo. That's right. Exactly. Lisa, me, staying in touch with family, organize the workday, working on 4 or 5. Okay. So there is a lot here to talk about, right? And what I want to tell you guys is that your highest priority work, you have to know what is your highest priority recurring work and tasks. Okay, and now the next question I want to ask you guys is this. This is the next question. The next question is this. This is the reason we hire and build a team. This is how we buy our time back. Okay, why we buy our time back, so you can focus on what you do best. See what tasks are taking up most of your time. And now the question is this. What can you train someone else to do for you? Can you train someone to do those high priority tasks for you? Okay? So that's a big thing. And just what we were talking about, if you can train someone to do the high priority tasks for you, then it's going to make a major difference. All right? So I want you to take a look at, I see American Citizen Index, what's going on? Health, knowledge, wealth, love it. Okay? But I want you guys to think of the high priority tasks that I have that are recurring tasks, okay? What is the, I want you to ask yourselves, what is it that I can train someone else to do? All right? What is it that I can train someone else to do? That's going to make a big difference for you, okay? So, what can I train someone else to do? And that's going to matter a lot, all right? And the things that you can train someone else to do, okay, the things you can train someone else to do, then you're going to go ahead and see, can you hire someone to do them for you? Okay, and this is how you buy your time back. This is exactly how you buy your time back. Okay? And that's going to make a big difference for you. Okay? And let me ask you guys this. I'm going to start a poll. All right? Can you train someone to do your recurring tasks for you? Okay? And you have to take a look at this. All right, let me see what the poll comes out at. Can you train someone to do your recurring tasks for you? 67% say yes, 33% say no. Okay, 50-50. Tim, I see you down there. Tim, thanks, Tim Burke. Gratitude. I forgot gratitude for God, for wife, for Ben, for friends, for colleagues, for opportunities, aka challenges. Amen. Amen. Remember, you ask God for strength, He's going to give you problems and give you challenges, right? That's just how it is. Okay, so it makes a big, big difference. I want you really to know, and I want you to remember that, guys, the way we buy our time back, the way you get your time back is by investing in getting someone to do the little things for you that are taking your time up. So maybe it won't be a high priority task. It might be a lower level task that's still eating your time up, okay? So if you have a low level task that's eating your time up, okay, you can get someone else to do it for you. For example, who here, put a 1 in the chat if you use Instacart. Put a 1 in the chat if you use Instacart, okay? I just want to get an idea. If you're someone that uses Instacart, put a 1 in the chat. I just want to get an idea, okay? Yep, you can create AI agents as well too, okay? But put a 1 in the chat if you use Instacart or use DoorDash, any of those things. Okay, DoorDash, Instacart. I want to get an idea of that. Because this is how you buy back your time. You're not getting in your car to go get your groceries. You're actually, instead of going in the car to get your groceries, you have someone else do it for you. Okay, it's going to make a big difference. Okay, this is how you build a team. This is why you build a team, because you're hiring help. You're hiring people that are going to give you time. You buy back your time to focus on what matters the most to you, okay, for your business. So, okay, I see that. American Citizen X, I appreciate it. 0, the Diamond Dog, no. Okay, Tim Burke. So put a 1 in the chat if you're using Instacart or DoorDash. Because if you are actually hiring help to buy back your time, okay? Yes, you spend a little bit more. Yes, you do. You're tipping, you're paying a service fee. You might pay a little extra price cost, okay? I've found in some cases my groceries will cost you know, I'm paying maybe 20% more, okay? In some cases, maybe 10%, 20%. But for me, getting my time back a few hours each week, not having to grocery shop makes a huge difference. And so for me, this is a team member. Instacart becomes a team member. DoorDash becomes a team member. So as you say that you have no time, okay, take a look. There are some tools out there that can save you time. All right. Now, they're not always, like I said, the most cost effective. Okay. But it's no different than hiring help. You're hiring help to help you get things done, to buy back your time. You heard what Grant Cardone said, right? Grant Cardone said, you know, rich people buy back their time. Rich people invest in buying their time back. Okay. So there's no reason you can't do that. You can do the exact same thing he's talking about, right? So it's just all a matter of your focus. But once you've identified the tasks, recurring tasks are taking a lot of your time, okay? Can you train someone else to do these recurring tasks? Laundry, cleaning, dishes, you know, going grocery shopping, cooking, all those things like that. Can you hire somebody else to do those tasks for you? Can you train someone else to do the task for you? Now, go into your business, right? You want to go look in your business, and I'm going to end this little poll here. I'm going to ask you guys this, okay? You go into your business or your career, and I'm going to ask it a different way. Are there tasks you can hire someone? Are there tasks that take up your time? Nice. Buffalo's winning. Awesome, Tim. Thanks for the update. That you can hire help to do for you. Okay, here we go. Check it out. All right, guys. Here's the poll. Are there tasks that take up your time that you can hire help to do for you? I want to see. I want to see what you guys say about this. All right. And let's keep on moving here. Okay. The question then becomes, how much do you pay? Well, how much is your time worth per hour right now? What I would do is I would pay per hour. Okay. So I would decide how much my time is worth per hour right now. And then I would pay people per hour for when they free you up. Okay. They free you up. You get an extra hour back. Pay them per the hour you get freed up. If that makes sense. Okay. If that makes sense, let me know, okay? Give me a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. If that makes sense, that you pay per hour, and the per hour that gets freed up for you. So whatever your time is worth right now, what you're getting paid per hour, you can pay this person. It doesn't have to be the same thing you're making. Let's say that, you know, but it can be a target. Like if you're getting paid, I'm just making this up right now. You're getting paid $40 an hour, okay? $50 an hour. Let's say $50 an hour you're getting paid. And let's say this person is freeing up 2 hours for you, okay? You're getting 2 hours freed up. That's $100 basically for you, okay? You're getting paid $50 an hour. So you can pay them, let's say you pay, you know, 25, $30 per hour, and they're freeing up you to make 50, right? So, or 25 or 20, whatever it is, something like that. But it's got to make sense for how much your time is valued right now for you. And I know some people can say, my time is infinite. My time is, you can't put a price on it. I know that, but you have to start somewhere, okay? That's going to also matter the type of help you attract to help you, okay? Are there tasks that take up your time that you can hire help to do for you? This is the poll. 57% say yes, 43% say no. Okay. I bet if you look harder, you will find some tasks that help can do for you, okay? I'm not asking you in this question, I'm not asking you, can you afford to have the help? I'm not asking you that. You heard what Robert Kiyosaki said, right? He was saying, you know, I don't ever say, I can't afford it. I find a way. I find a way to do it, okay? Keep that ferocious optimist mindset. My whole point today is to give you this unstoppable mindset, to help you build an unstoppable mindset. Search and find a way that you can free up more time to work on the things that are most important to you, okay? That's what we're trying to do, all right? It's exactly what we're trying to do. And so that's how much you'd pay. So what I want you to do right now, this is our little exercise, okay? Our little exercise right now is I want you to make a list of all the tasks that take up the most time, okay? So right now, this is your little in-class exercise. We're all going to take a minute here, and we're going to write down, okay? We're going to write down, I see you, Becky. $40 an hour. What magical Narnia land do you live in? my magical Narnia land. Listen, take a minute right now and write down all of the tasks that are recurring tasks for you. Okay, this is where I'm trying to lead you guys to. This is the exercise. Make a list of all the tasks that take up the most time and see which ones are there that you can have someone else do. But before you even see which ones someone else can do, I want you to write down all the tasks that take up the most time for you. Okay? Really think about it. Where are you spending your time? I mean, really, where are you spending your time? Okay? Again, I identified a few. Grocery shopping. Hey, Adman, what's going on, man? DC is in the house. So I already identified a few. Grocery shopping, okay? Cooking, cleaning, just to name a few, right? There are already services that do this, okay? What other tasks are there? Maybe you need a video editor. Maybe you need a social media person to help you in your business, okay? Maybe you need someone to clean up your shop and your business, okay? All these little things. Think about, where is your time going? Maybe you need a research assistant. Where is your time going? And then who can help you, okay? Who can help you, right? Yes, I am the man in black. I want you guys to really take a look, okay? How much time do I say, Tim? How much time do you save by only wearing black tank tops? Seriously, I'm considering uniform to limit the clothing decisions I have to make. This is just how I do it, man. I like black. I like this. That's easy. That's what I do. It's part of my, I guess, who I am, you know? So, I guess it does save a lot of time, right? I don't have any decisions to make. What am I going to wear now? I'm wearing the same things. It's all going to be black. Something's going to be black. I see it and I want to paint it black. That's it. The man in black, Johnny Cash. Okay, so I really want you guys to do this right now. And I want you to put a fire symbol in the chat when you're done writing down the tasks that are recurring tasks that take up your time. Okay? Write this down for me. Guys, I'm telling you, okay? We're going to build that unstoppable mindset together. Put a fire symbol in the chat. Put a fire symbol in the chat when you are done writing down the recurring tasks that take up your time. Okay? Remember, we're writing this down to find time. Remember what Grant Cardone was just saying? Rich people are able to buy back their time. I said able to. Rich people find a way to buy back their time. You don't have to be money-wise rich, but you have to be mentally mindset rich first of all. If you don't know what to do, you're not going to know what to do with that money. One thing Eric Thomas said earlier is that he said, I learned not to live on 100% of my income. I heard that rich people, millionaires, only live on 30% of their income. So I learned to do that. And that's how you become a millionaire, he said, okay? So what I'm telling you guys is that you need to learn what is going to make you successful. You need the time to be able to work on the things that are most important to you to get your goals done, okay? So that starts with finding time blocking, and then actually finding the tasks that are recurring tasks that are taking up your time, and then being able to find somebody to do them for you, okay? Hiring help to do it. You buy back your time, okay? So if you're making money, a great place to invest that money is in buying back your time, hiring help, okay? Again, I pointed out a few places like Instacart, DoorDash, okay? You can get people to come clean your house for you, clean your place, and it can be reasonable. It doesn't have to be crazy money, something reasonable. Find someone that's maybe not a business, that just wants a side job. Have them help you, okay? It will put you back working in your sweet spot to spend your energy and time working on what's the most important thing for you, okay? There we go, Tim. I see you. Bookkeeping, taxes, marketing, social media material, all that stuff. I suck at design and my marketing person saves me hours per week. That's a great example. Guys, tell me in the chat, what are some of your recurring tasks, okay? Tell me in the chat what some of your recurring tasks are. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, okay? Okay, let's see. Let's see here, okay? Let's see what Alex Hormozy has to say here. I'm gonna little Alex Hormozy time. Cause I brought him up earlier. Let's get on him right here, okay? Alex Hormozy on hiring help. All right, here we go.
So here's a sign that you've hired the wrong people. You have to start making stupid rules. All of a sudden you're like, I can't believe I have to tell people to stop watching Netflix on the job, or like, don't steal each other's food, or don't show up to a work event drunk. It's like, these are obvious things. And then you wonder, man, these people are so dumb. The only person dumber than that would be the person who's hiring them. It's a great litmus test to know, are these people right or wrong? Well, do I have to manage them in a way that makes it clear that they're not the right fit for my company? So,
okay, so that being said, if you're looking at hiring help to help you with certain tasks, you want to make sure you're not going to have to micromanage them for really stupid things. Like if they show up to do your odd job help of doing your laundry or dishes, doing groceries, things like that, and they show up drunk, it's the wrong person, okay? But again, guys, this is where we're going to find time and create more time, actually have more time to get done what needs to get done in order to have more time to achieve our goals, right? And eventually you might actually build a bigger business with this too. This is how you build a bigger business as well too. You're buying back your time, okay? It's very, very important. Again, put it in the chat, guys. When you are done with your task list, I want to see that. We're going to talk about it, okay? Let me see here. Another guy I like here too. This guy Dan Martell. Okay, we're gonna listen to him for a second. Dan Martell's got some good things to say. Another successful entrepreneur here. Check this out. Here we go. And again, put it in the chat, guys. I want to be able to talk about it with you. Here we go.
The cheapest way to buy back your time is stop doing the stuff that sucks your time. Most people don't realize how much time they're wasting by doing things they shouldn't be doing. Drinking, being hungover, being an avoider, not being an emotionally stable person that can't actually lean into conflict. Most people think, I gotta add something, I gotta do something new, I gotta figure out what's the next thing. How about just making a list of stop doing? That is the cheapest way to buy back your time. The cheapest way to buy back your time.
That's a great point. That is a fantastic point, okay? That is a fantastic point. The cheapest way to buy back your time is to stop doing the things that are wasting your time, okay? All right, I'm going to close this poll. Are there tasks that take up your time that you can hire help to do it for you? 40% say yes, 60% say no. Okay, hopefully we're changing our minds in that a little bit, okay? Hopefully we're changing our minds because there are always some things you can have people do for you. Oh, Bills 20, Jets 0. Awesome. I love it. Good job, Tim. Tim, you're in the house, man. Poop scooping your yard. That's right. You hire somebody for that. Okay? I try to sell things. Let's say cooking, meal prep, but you enjoy it. Okay? But definitely it's something that takes up your time, right? Lisa, it's definitely something that takes up your time, and you can outsource that. Cody, how have you overcome lack of trust in people and still bringing them on the team to hire them? Well, I think if you don't trust them in the beginning, in the hiring process, then you don't hire them. Okay? That's what I would say, Cody. But if they go through a hiring process, and I would really say hire slow, fire fast type of thing. Like if it's, if you take your time doing your due diligence on hiring them, then, some people have the opposite. They hire fast, fire slow, which is a nightmare and the wrong thing to do. But they do it. I've seen it. Okay. Take your time with your due diligence in hiring. If they're not a good fit, a cultural fit, a work fit, you don't trust them, then don't hire them. But if you have them on board and you still don't trust them, just make sure you have good oversight. You have to have good oversight. You have to have a lot of talks, a lot of coaching with them. Make sure they understand the task, purpose, standard. Have check-ins. Make sure that there are QC, quality control check-ins. There's a checklist mentality of oversight, especially for what you do with safety standards, things like that, engineering standards, all that stuff like that, okay? That's how I do it. I make sure I have guardrails up. I have an inspection checklist. I have oversight that is provided. I have check-ins they have to do. And if they miss a check-in, it's a problem. It's a big problem, okay? They miss a checklist item and they miss a check-in, it's a big problem. So this all is how you start building your culture though too for your organization, okay? Makes a big difference. And let me know if that makes sense. Let's see here. Adman, dog walking, feeding, watering, playing. Yep, yeah, those are tasks. Those take your time. Guys, anything that takes your time up that is not you working on your goals and working on your business and working out what you have said, not me, but what you have said are your goals you're trying to accomplish. Now, if playing with your dog makes you happy and it's your kind of family time and it's a way for you to de-stress, then don't worry about it, okay? I'm not saying that. Because again, remember I told you, in this schedule that I did off the top of my head, it's not even a real time budget. I just did it off the top of my head, an example, okay? I gave you 2 hours of time for family time and loved ones, right? I said 9 hours of work, 7 hours of sleep, 2 hours of family and loved one time, 1 hour to work out. Okay, so now we're at 12 plus 7, we're at 19. 1 hour to work out, right? We're at 20, it's 4 hours left. Okay, you get 4 hours left. And you can flex any one of those, okay? If you sleep 6 hours and you work 8 hours, you have more time created, right? If you work 10 hours, you sleep 7, that's 17. You have 1 hour family time now, okay? Because of whatever reason. Or you have 2 hours still, keep it, now you're at 19. You still have 5 hours left, 1 hour workout, you have 4 hours left there, all right? And this just means that, let's say you eat meals takes an hour. You have 3 hours now, 3 hours to get worked on. The bottom line is that, if being with your dog and your animal is very important to you for your mental health, your well-being, then keep it, man. Keep it, and you can do that. Now, if it's a pain in the ass, not something you want to do, some of these things, outsource it. I'll tell you one thing, getting your dog cleaned. I've got a big sheepadoodle. That dog goes to a groomer, okay? Yes, it costs money. We're outsourcing the cleaning for that dog because it's too much work for someone to do it. It takes me a 5 hour, 4 hour block of time. Let's say 3 hours. 3 hours of time, maybe 4 to completely dry the dog. Instead, someone else is doing that for us, okay? And I don't care how much time it takes because it's not my problem anymore, okay? For example, that's one task for sure. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Crockpot cooking's a good idea for sure. Let me see. Anyone else? Cooking. Okay, Lisa ZN. Cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, paying bills, claiming reimbursement for medical. Yes, all these things. A virtual assistant can help you with those. An actual, no kidding, assistant, helper can help you doing the cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, paying bills, all stuff like that. Paying bills, you're going to need a higher trust person, okay? Someone at a higher trust level with you, all right? But somewhere in that chain of paying bills, someone can help you, or they get everything else done so paying the bills isn't so stressful, okay? And you don't forget to pay them, all right? Let's see. Okay, Billy Stillman. Some folks live paycheck to paycheck. We have money to do this. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that this is, and I understand what you're trying to say, but if you weren't here for the last video I played of Robert Kiyosaki saying that people who have a mindset that they aren't going to say they can't do it, they can't afford it, they're going to find a way, okay? You really have to examine where are you spending your money and where are you spending your time, okay? And if right now you're in a position that you can't do it, that's fine, but you want to find a way that eventually you can buy back your time, okay? And as I played, I'm going to play this one more time for you. Billy Stillman, I don't know how long you've been here for, but I'm going to play this one more time just for you. So if you can't afford right now to have anybody help you, I understand that. And I'm not banging on you. There are a lot of different ways to look at this, but I'm going to play this one more time. Here's the cheapest way to buy back your time. I'll play it one more time for everybody. I think I can't say it better than Dan Martella just said it right here. Check this out, all right? Let's listen to what he has to say.
Time and stop doing the stuff that sucks your time. The cheapest way to buy back your time is stop doing the stuff that sucks your time. The cheapest way to buy back your time is stop doing the stuff that sucks your time. Most people don't realize how much time they're wasting by doing things they shouldn't be doing. Drinking, being hungover, being an avoider, not being an emotionally stable person that can't actually lean into conflict. Most people think, I gotta add something, I gotta do something new, I gotta figure out what's the next thing. How about just making a list of stop doing? That is the cheapest way to buy back your time.
Okay, so hopefully that helps. Because I totally understand where you're coming from, man. I understand what you're talking about, living paycheck to paycheck. If you can do it, you buy back your time that way. If you can't do it, do what Dan Martell is saying. This is going to cause you, my friend Billy, this is going to cause you to really, really prioritize, okay? You're going to have to really prioritize what's the most important things for you to do. Time budget, take control of your time. Only work on the high priority items, okay? The most valuable things to you. Spending time with loved ones, your health and fitness, obviously your job. And then when you have the goals you have to get ahead, if you haven't written your goals down yet, you got to write your goals down. That's a high priority item too, okay? Everything else is bullshit. Everything else is like not a priority. And so that's what I'm saying. So the number one thing, like Dan Martell said, is the best way to prioritize and the best way to buy back your time is stop doing the stupid things that don't move you forward in life, okay? And if you can't afford right now to hire people to help you buy back your time, that's fine too. But the more you're able to get disciplined and manage your time and have a time budget, the better you're going to be able to actually achieve more goals, make more momentum, till get to the point to maybe where you're able to definitely have the money to hire help to help you buy back your time, to stay in your sweet spot for what is really the most high priority work for you. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But I hear what you're saying. But you got to keep that positive mental attitude. Okay, stay focused on what you want, not what you don't want. It matters a lot, and really work on developing yourself and your mindset. Okay, let's go here. Okay, moving on. We made a list. The exercise was to make a list of all the tasks that take up the most time and see which ones you could have someone else do if you took the time to train them and paid them a reasonable fee. See what frees up some hours each day for you, okay? And if you're not there right now, again, do what Dan Martell said. The easiest way to do this, to free up your time, is to stop doing stupid things that waste your time, okay? Or stop doing things that aren't high priority, high valuable activities or work that takes you to where you want to be for your goals, okay? So that's the best way to buy back your time, is stop wasting your time, okay? Remember, you're buying back your time. It's very important. It's the best investment you can make with your money. Next, using a team. As you start to buy back your time, okay, and Cody, we talked about this, Cody Fisher, about hiring people and getting a team, all right? The next thing we talked about was building a team and how you gain trust. Once you are able to establish that culture and you hire the right people and you've got your team with you, even if it's just one other person, you start with one person, that assistant, that helper, the virtual assistant, the helper in the house, okay? Then maybe you hire another one. You want to focus on over communicating. Ensure that the message is seen and understood. So remember, communication is on you. Message received does not mean message is understood, okay? So just because someone actually got the message doesn't mean they got the message, right? So message sent does not mean message received. You are responsible to ensure that the message is sent, it's received, and it's understood. That's on you as a leader. Remember that, okay? And I want you to over communicate and check, inspect what you expect. If you're not inspecting what you expect and things go awry, then you have a problem. I'm going to tell you, and I got to say this, leadership wise, why is everybody in this Somali daycare, this Minnesota daycare fraud coming down on Governor Tim Walz? And why are they coming down on the leadership in the state of Minnesota? They're coming down on the Somali community too, but really, I want to say as well, also, okay, at the same time, they need to come down on the leadership, because when you inspect what you expect and you have a strong inspection system, a strong system of guardrails up, you can catch the fraud, catch the lies. You know, this wasn't a rocket science, Lex Luthor type of scheme, right? It was pretty easy for them to defraud the government. So again, in our own businesses and in our own lives, right? You need to over communicate and inspect what you expect. Inspect it, have checklist mentality, have check-ins, quality check-ins, all those things like that, okay? So what we talked about today, we talked about making a list of all the tasks that take up the most time, buying back your time. And again, we also talked about, if you don't have the money to actually buy back your time and hire somebody, make a really hard, disciplined look and time budget and see where are you wasting your time. And if you can even get 2 or 3 hours back a week to work on what's important to you, that will make a difference. It'll be a game changer in your life, okay? So I totally understand. I'm glad you added that comment in there. Billy, I appreciate you, man. And if we have to start small, we start small. We start by not just buying back our time with money. We buy back our time by cutting away the things that are wasteful, that are wasting our time, okay? So that's really important. I'm going to open up a Q&A right now. You guys have any questions for me? Put them in the chat. Okay. Okay, and while we do that, we're going to hear from our sponsor, the Ben Pappas Company. We're going to hear from our amazing sponsor, the Ben Pappas Company. And I'll tell you guys, if you don't have an accountability circle, you don't have a circle of people around you that can help you and hold you accountable, encourage you, help you to be motivated to get ahead, right? I've got one for you. My Ferocious Optimist community is absolutely fantastic. Okay, my Ferocious Optimist coaching membership is a monthly group coaching membership, and the community is a daily chat and a daily Q&A. I can coach you through the DMs as well too in our community area. But I'm going to show you guys how to get here really quick. For those of you that are new and you haven't seen this before, I'm going to show you how to do this right now. Okay, so you go ahead on my homepage, onto my channel page and YouTube, click the links right here. All right, you'll see a description. We're going to go ahead and click on the membership and community area. All right, so if this is resonating with you today, what we talked about, what we're doing, then you're really going to get a ton out of my Ferocious Optimist coaching membership and community, okay? And once you get inside here, you can see you scroll down, there is a video to play. It's about a 5 to 7 minute video, 7-minute video that'll take you inside my coaching membership and community. And you can see here I have some options to join. Join now, $87.99 per month. Go annual, you get 2 months free. It's $879 per year. You can see some of the testimonials from people that have worked with me. All right, working with Ben has been life-changing. And so what do we do when we're inside there? Here's what you get, right? You get live monthly coaching call with me with Q&A to help you reset, refocus, and realign. Weekly accountability and challenges to keep you moving forward. A powerful, positive community, okay? A powerful, positive community that won't let you quit on yourself. Unlimited replay of sessions, downloadable tools, and slide decks to create lasting change. Again, unleash your genius, build an unstoppable mindset. It's time to stand up for yourself. Again, here's some of the options. You can go monthly or you can go by year. You get 2 months free if you sign up for the year. And you can scroll right down here and learn as much as you want, okay? There's every question you have. There's a free gift. If you scroll down, there's a free gift as well. Put your information in. Group coaching that transforms. Let's watch this video a little bit. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I want to take you inside my membership. It's super cool, and I'm actually very proud of this. So let's check this out. All right, everybody, welcome. So glad you decided to click and learn more about my coaching membership and community. I think you're going to get a ton out of it, okay? This is the place we're going to help you to make a breakthrough from where you are now to where you want to be, to go ahead and get ahead. And my Ferocious Optimist community is going to be there along the way to support you, help you grow, help you stay on track, help you keep your mindset strong, help you to get back off the ground if you get knocked down at any time, okay? And it's a great supportive community that's going to be there for you, whether you have questions or you need support. You get the challenges, weekly and monthly challenges after the coaching session. Then there's a coaching session, the live coaching session each and every month. That's going to go for about an hour, then plus Q&A. I stay for as long as you want to stay there for Q&A, usually about 30 or 45 minutes afterwards. And I post all of that in the members area and in the community. So let's go ahead and check this out right now. Let's jump into the members area and take a look what it looks like inside. So you get the actual experience of what it's like to be a member inside my coaching membership and community. Here we go. All right, you can see this was session 1 right here, the live coaching call with me. And some of the notes I have here to please download the membership success path PDF and review it. Click resources button to access. So let's do that right now. Okay, and this is my membership success path. Okay, this is how I describe to you exactly how I want you to succeed and the change and transformation that I want to see you make. Okay, the different stages you have to go through in order to have achieved the objectives that I want you to achieve within the membership. So you'll know when you've achieved everything you need to achieve within the membership, all the way through stage 1, 2, 3, and 4, until you're absolutely in orbit and you're mastering life. Okay, and so it's not just like an infinite membership. You can stay as long as you want. Hopefully you stay for your lifetime, but there definitely are objectives that I want you to meet. Okay, and I clearly define those, and I walk you through in session 1, which you can replay anytime you want. I walk you through in session 1 just exactly how we create that transformation, and through the success path and what all of those goals and objectives are along the way. So let's go ahead and take a look at this right now. Okay, you can see here, this is the coaching membership. As I'm doing a coaching session, using a presentation to coach from as well too. Okay, and then the Q&A, of course, afterwards. All right, and we'll jump into the next month. All right. Session 2, here are some of the notes. Topics covered: daily morning routine for focus and energy, daily planning and execution. Okay, let's jump inside the coaching call itself. This is the Q&A towards the end. And you can see here we are talking about different focus areas, going through the actual presentation. You can see I'm coaching in the little window up here. Okay, so this is what it's like inside the actual membership when you do the live coaching call with me. All right. And then the great thing is that you have unlimited replay. You can replay this as many times as you want. Go in here, the membership. Let's say you didn't understand something. You go ahead and click in here, go ahead and check it out, and then go inside the resources button, and you can actually download the PDF, the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation I used. There's session 2 that I used to coach from. Okay, I try to use some humor in there as well too. It's a great time. We have a fun time. All right, I don't think any other coach does this, where they give you the actual presentation that they're using in order to create the transformation in the coaching call. They don't give you the presentation that they're using to coach from, to teach from. But I do that for you because I want you to be able to go back. I want you to go back and be able to replay this and learn as much as possible. Okay, so that's one of the great things about this membership, is that you have unlimited replay in the video, unlimited replay in the presentation, as much as you want. Download it, look at it. You're going to get downloadable content such as the Success Path PDF that's in there. Also a discipline and habit tracker, among other downloadable content that I post from different sessions. Okay. So in a nutshell, that is it within the membership itself. And I'm so glad that you came here and that you took a look inside. I know this is going to be a great membership for you. Inside the community itself, let's go ahead and take a look there now as well. All right. So we go ahead and click over into the community, take a look, and you're getting to see a little behind the scenes peek from my coach's site. Okay, and this is the actual community itself. And you can see here, I've got some motivating things, and there's a challenge posted as well to do the 80-20 rule, some of the different posts from different people within the community. Okay, you can see it's a pretty lively community, people posting a lot of different things. We have different challenges that are posted as well too. Join the weekly and monthly challenges that are going to help you get ahead. One of them is we have a goals progress report, checking on your goals, doing breath work, 1 week of no fear, all these different things, weeks of rest. Okay. And so there's also a leaderboard too that you can post, that you can get points for. Okay. You can see right now I happen to be at the top of the leaderboard, which is good since I'm the leader and the founder, but sometimes people get ahead of me, which is awesome. So there's a friendly little competition along the way. Who can have the most interaction, who's accomplishing the most of the challenges, who's supporting everyone the most. Okay. Up here, you've got and then usually the morning of, and then 1 hour before, and actually when we start. So plenty of reminders to make sure that you don't miss a single coaching session as well, and to make sure that you stay on track. The coaching community is fantastic. Okay. I think you're going to get a ton out of that. And I know this can be a great experience for you. This is your chance to work inside a community that's going to hold you accountable, help you to achieve your goals, help you to achieve more. When you feel like you're having some friction, you're going to have a community there that you can reach out to and ask people, hey, have you ever seen this before? Hey, have you ever done this before? People will respond back. They're going to jump right in there and answer you. Okay. And Q&A within the actual community itself is a daily thing, daily chat. You can reach out to me and I can work with you, have a daily chat as well. All right. So that's one of the great things about this community that is fantastic. And again, right now, if you're joining now, you're going to get a lot of great opportunities that, I've already talked about. So please jump on this opportunity right now before we get so filled up and the prices change and some of the bonuses go away. So, all right. I'm so glad you came here and you checked it out. I know you won't be disappointed. Go ahead and enter info, join, and I can't wait to see you inside. All right, everybody, let's rock and roll. Let's get this thing going. And again, I do also do one-on-one coaching as well too. If you're interested in that, you can go to my homepage, my bio in YouTube, click the links there, and you can book a no-fee discovery and strategy session with me. And again, if you decide to work with me, awesome. If not, it gives me a chance to serve, and we'll figure out a strategy for you, how to get you from where you are now to where you want to be, get you unstuck, get you going, okay, and get you from feeling overwhelmed and get you into feeling confident again. All right, let's do this, everyone. So we talked about buying your time back. We talked about blocking off time, how to also over communicate. Over communicating is so important with your team. All right, we've got some questions now in the chat. I'm gonna hit those really fast. All right, Lisa. Okay. Let's see this right here. Okay. Since I was with the abusive course of acts a few years ago, I'm not able to sit and really focus on reading a book. Before him, I read nonstop. Any advice on how to truly focus on reading again? So I would say, Lisa, I think a big thing is that it sounds like you have some things that are making you have a past focus. You're very focused on the past. You're possibly replaying some of the things that happened over and over again, and tell me if I'm wrong, in the chat. So let me know. But I think a big thing is focusing really on the present and really being focused on what you can control right now. Okay, is the biggest thing, because the past is not here with you right now, and the more you focus on what happened in the past, the more it's going to be brought to your present. Okay, and I don't know if you've had a chance to unpack some of this and had a chance to work with anybody about what had happened in the past. If you had a chance to sit down and talk with anyone and unpack this, but it sounds like it's in your present right now. So, but you're not able to really sit and focus on reading a book. And maybe it depends on the type of book you're trying to read as well too. And I don't know how long ago this happened. A few years ago, it says. Okay. Before him, you read nonstop. I think the biggest thing is possibly even doing the breathing exercises before you begin reading the book. And anytime your mind is quiet, remember that only you can allow the past into your mind by how you choose to focus, where you choose to put your mental focus. And remember, we talked about before, in order to change your life, you have to change your mental focus. You have to change your thoughts. Okay, it matters so much. So I would definitely say right now, try it again. Try to read the book again and just focus on being very present. There is no future. There is no past. There's only present in the moment. What's around you right then and there in that moment. Focus on the words you're reading. Let them transport you to this place. And you are in control of your mental focus. You are in control of your thoughts, okay? And I want to say this too. This is very important. Just because you have a thought, let it slide by. Let it go by. Just because an intrusive thought comes in your mind, don't attach any significance to it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go right by like it's a ball floating on a stream. Look at it, see it, let it go. Don't get upset by it, anything else. You are in charge of what you do with that thought as well too, if it pops in your head, okay? Tell me if that makes sense, Lisa. Tell me if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Go to the next one here. Lisa. Since I was with the abusive course of acts a few years ago, I'm not able to sit. Okay, same one. Okay, I took that one. I got that one. Let me see this one. Okay. Do you ever get triggered, for example, by news or some comments from people around you? If yes, do you often react on it, or do you always try to get control back and not react emotionally? Yeah, I usually do. I would say maybe in the past things would have affected me more, but I would say for a long time, given my job and what I've done and who I had to be out there, I had to really have strong emotional control. Okay, and so I had lesser and greater degrees of success of this while I was getting out of the military. Okay, but we always would focus on doing the breath work like I did with you guys in the beginning. Okay, focusing on going back to your breath, controlling your mental focus, controlling not just your mental focus, but controlling as well your reaction to emotions. you had to be able to control your emotions. You had to be able to control if you felt rage, if you felt anger, to have an off ramp for yourself. Okay, and usually started physically. Doing something physical could change you in a moment. Okay, it could really change in a moment what you did about the things you were feeling. And so, yes, I'd felt triggered before. I felt emotions, strong emotions from comments or from news, things like that. And when you say, do I act on it or do I react? I will feel the reaction sometimes. And sometimes maybe I'll react with words, but I've really tried to work on redirecting my mental focus, getting a physical break, meaning either removing myself from the situation, going for a walk, getting some exercise, going for a run, but to my best of my ability, not to let just my emotions run away with me. Am I perfect? No. Has it happened where I will overreact? Yes. Has it happened to where I've gotten really fired up and let things impact me? Yes. But it's rare that it lasts. I don't let it last very long. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, everybody. Let me see. Yeah, exactly. No, Adman, Pareto principle. It's a Pareto principle, 100%. Yep, that's it. Adman, that's 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rules. I don't know about the why did I get married, Becky, but it is the Pareto principle, 100%. Yep, meaning that 20% of your actions will give you 80% of your results. Okay, so again, it gets down to prioritization, what our high priority work is, all those things like that we talked about. Okay, all right, awesome, Lisa. I'm so glad it helps. Okay, well, if I don't have any more questions, guys, it has been awesome being here on Sunday with you guys and conducting our Unstoppable Mindset training. Really fantastic. I appreciate you spending your Sunday with me. Go Bills. We're going to hope the Bills finish this and win it. That too, the Diamond Dog, yes. But really, this is about the Pareto principle. And right, the Diamond Dog, it actually did come from Pareto from, I think it was from Florence. I think it was from Florence in Italy, in Renaissance Italy, that he talked about. Again, yeah, 20% of the people control 80% of the wealth in the world, but actually 80% of the real estate. I think that's what it was. So, all right, guys, it's been fantastic having you here. I really appreciate your support. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I appreciate you, chat, being here and firing it up and keeping me inspired. Totally awesome. And again, guys, if you don't have a community right now that's a supportive community, an accountability circle, I've got one for you. It's my Ferocious Optimist community and my coaching membership as well too, okay? They're both amazing. You're gonna love them. You saw the video for it. I also do one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in that, go to the link in my bio, my YouTube bio. You can click on that, book a no-fee discovery session, strategy session with me, and we will figure it all out. It'll be awesome. All right, thanks, Adman. Thanks, chat. Appreciate you guys. Like I always say, make yourselves better, make the world better. Have an amazing, amazing week. This is where we start, right here, right? It's what is it, tomorrow? The 5th of January. Everybody's going back to work. Let's make 2026 kick ass, but it starts tomorrow morning. It actually starts tonight, planning out your week like we talked about. All right, guys, go get yours. Let's go. I'll see you next time. Thank you.